take you through a practice that really brings a lot of space into the body. I want to open the inner line of your legs. I want to get into your side body, get right into your shoulders and the front of your chest. These are areas that we carry a lot of tension, especially in times where maybe there feels like a lot of pressure or a lot of unknowns. A safety shape that we all tend to take is to really curl inward and to hug everything inward and sort of ball up. And so in the moment that can be really comforting, but overall I think it's really important to bring more room into the body. And when we do that physically, when we bring in that space physically, we also make space inside ourselves emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So yeah, you don't really need much for practice. Some things that I'll suggest though is if you use blocks, they might come in handy for today. You're gonna bring your hand to the earth in a side angle pose. We'll also take a half moon balance, Ardha Chandrasana. So yeah, you might want to block for that. And then there is some binding in this class. And so a strap or something like a strap can also be really handy to have close by just in case. Yeah, and then other than that, I think that's it. So please come into a tall seat. If you can sit in a supported hero's pose, Virasana, that'd be great. So on your shins, knees forward and feet on either side of your hips. I have a block underneath my sitting bones. You might use one or two or something else just to elevate your seat and to take a little pressure out of the backs of the knees and the feet. And then bring your hands somewhere on your body, close your eyes and just settle here for a few rounds of breath. And I don't want you to change too much off the bat. I want you to notice yourself. I want you to notice what you're feeling, how you're breathing, the little fidgets. Whether there's a sense of calm inside you or a touch of anxiety. I don't want you to change anything because for a moment, I just want you to acknowledge who you are in this moment right here and let this person, this being, this embodiment of yourself be more than enough. And then do start to pull in these deeper breaths through your nose. Take in these full inhales, completely fill up your lungs until there's absolutely no more space for your body to expand from all the air that you've taken in. And then slowly open your mouth and sigh patiently all your breath away. And you'll do this a few more times, these big belly breaths. As you inhale through your nose, feel almost like a string is pulling you longer from the crown of your head upward, your spine lengthening, and then corset your ribs in as you exhale, squeeze out all your breath, as if though you were stabilizing. Do this one more time. Wherever you are, take a full breath in through your nose. And a full breath out through your mouth. And then seal your lips. Maybe you swallow a couple times and move your breath to your nose in and out. Breathing deeply but still gently as you fill your lungs and empty them. I'm going to read you something that I wrote. It's actually the last thing I read in class as a Dharma talk before the pandemic really kind of took over and all the studios closed. And I came across it again as I was deciding what it is I wanted to teach, what I wanted to share with you this week. Because, I think every single one of us, me, you, your neighbor, we're all at this point right now where we're faced with a lot of different decisions. We're going through another massive transition. I wonder if we even had a chance to settle into the last one. And now here we are, and we're faced with choice about how we want to move forward, how we want to proceed. And that's not just related to the pandemic. Your life may be affected in many ways. And I think sometimes when we're trying to make a decision, we can get a little bit futuristic in the way that we think about things, and sometimes we can be coming from a place of fear. It's really natural for that to be the case, because what happens next often is out of our control. And coming from a place of fear can sound and look like not a lot of supportive inner conversation with self. And so I want to read you this poem, and then I promise we'll start to move. But just this gentle reminder with these words and the next, that you can't get it wrong if you just be here. This poem is called Are You Listening? Clear your mind. You don't need to organize the clutter. Put it aside, put it down, and now listen. Quiet the voices of self-defeat, the whisperings of self-doubt, and just listen. Listen for the calm, for the acceptance of who you are, for the wisdom of your history and the history of your histories can offer. Now, are you listening? And can you feel? You don't need to know all the answers. The questions are more important, more revealing. What are you asking yourself? What are you offering yourself, offering others? Is it love? Can it be love? Because reciprocity is a shared experience, and it only requires an opening. Softly open your eyes and just reach your arms up overhead. Take a full breath in. And then cactus your arms as you exhale. Pull your elbows wide apart. And then lift the very center of your chest upward as you breathe in. Roll your shoulder heads backward and pull your forearms even wider and back behind you as much as you can as you inhale. Then lengthen your tailbone down as you exhale, and take your next breath in to sweep your arms behind you without losing the opening across the front of your chest, and grab opposite elbows behind you. Put your right forearm against your body and your left forearm on top. And then keep broadening through your collarbones as your shoulders move downward. Hug your elbows a little closer to one another, and then take a full breath in, lengthen all the way up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, go to the right with your body and take these big circles forward as you breathe out. And come back up through your left side as you inhale and center. And then keep going like that. These big circles, bringing a little bit of movement and rotation through your spine. And now that you know where you're going for the next few rounds of breath, might you close your eyes and just trust and feel. And the next time you come back up through center, inhale. And then as you exhale, slide your right hand into your left hip crease and really shrug your right shoulder down and away from your ear, and then breathe your left arm up to the sky. And then hold here for a moment and know that most of this class, we're going to be opening your shoulders in the opposite direction you'd hold your phone or work at your computer. And so it might be irritable, and that makes sense. So have a little bit of patience. Take another full breath in. Reach up a little taller, and then as you exhale, arc over to the right. Push your left hip crease away from you with your right hand. And then continue to draw your right shoulder out of your ear as you wrap your chest a little more open to the sky. Take another full breath in and stretch your whole left side body long. Arc over more as you exhale. Come back through center as you breathe in. Land your left hand on the earth beside your left leg. And then exhale, sweep your right arm up and over and arc over to the left. And then again, wrap your chest open. Keep broadening through your collarbone so that even though you're reaching, your neck has room to breathe. And take another full breath in. And as you anchor your right leg down into the ground, stretch your right arm long across your ear. Breathe here as you arc over, breathe out. Then come back up through center. Inhale, reach both arms up, and then interlace your fingers as you exhale. Put your right thumb up on top and release your index fingers to the sky. And then again, press down through your lower body into the earth. She's there to support you, and get a little taller through your side body. Point all the way to your index fingers. This is called Kali Mudra. It pulls on your inner strength, your inner wisdom, and it's not something physical, but something that lives deeper within you. Take a full inhale again. Stretch up as tall as you can. And then from your upper body, your upper thoracic spine, start to arc back. And it doesn't have to be a lot to mean a lot. Right? Your experience is personal and it is profound. So breathe here as you're drawing your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Keep stretching up through your arm bones. Take one more inhale and arc back even just a little bit as you exhale. Firm your belly. Back through center. Breathe in. Cactus your arms wide as you breathe out. Pull your elbows wide apart. Even your forearms come behind you as you lift through the very center of your chest. Breathe in. And then swim your arms behind you as you exhale. Grab opposite elbows as you put your left forearm against your body and your right forearm on top. And then lengthen your tailbone down just to take a little bit of the curve out of your low spine. Lengthen up all the way to the top through the crown of your head. Draw your shoulder heads back and down. Breathe in. And then go to the left with your body. Take those big circles all the way around as you exhale forward, and come back up through your right side. Lean back as you breathe in, and keep going like that. You know, it's important to remember that you can't get this wrong. You're just moving here, breathing here, and feeling yourself out. Whatever comes up for you. And the next time you make your way back up through center, you breathe in. Slide your left hand into your right hip crease. As you exhale, you can even just grab your clothes and then reach your right arm up to the sky. Then encourage both of your shoulders to sort of move backward and downward. And take one more big breath in, get a little taller, and as you exhale, arc over to the left. Right away, wrap your chest open a little more to the sky. And as you push your right hip away from you with your left hand, draw your left shoulder away from your left ear to help. And then stretch up, breathe into your right lung. Feel your whole right side body pull apart from itself. Take one more full breath in. And arc over more to the left as you breathe out. And then come back up through center. Inhale, land your right hand beside your right leg on the earth. As you exhale, sweep your left arm up and over as you arc to the right. Right away, wrap your chest open, and as you push the left lower half of your body into the ground, reach your left arm away from you and across your left ear. Broaden through your collarbone. Stay open. This intention matters. Take another full breath in. And a breath out. Then come back up through center. Inhale, reach both arms straight up. Interlace your fingers. As you exhale, put your left thumb on top and index fingers point to the sky. And then hug everything, the whole periphery of your body toward the center of your being. And then stretch up a little taller. Take a full breath in. And start to arc back from your upper chest as you exhale. And it's a game of inches, really. Acknowledging that these little moves forward actually stack up and create a larger opening when you step back and see the whole picture. Take one more breath in and arc back as you breathe out. Inhale, come back through center. Hands together at heart center, Anjali Mudra as you exhale. Close your eyes, bow your head, take a full breath in through your nose. Big breath out through your mouth. And then in honor of you, of your process, and giving these things time to continue to grow. One sound of Om. Take a full breath in. Have a wonderful practice. Softly open your eyes and you'll find a wide-legged forward fold facing the right side of your mat. If you're using the music, go ahead and press play on the playlist now. And then again, wide-legged forward fold facing the right side of your mat. You'll just be here for about 5 breaths, so any variation you'd like to choose, go ahead. The suggestion would be to walk your arms out long ahead of you and then press into your feet so you can lean back as you reach forward and bring space already right away into your side waist. And then really start to dig into the outer edges of your feet. Maybe bring a micro bend into your knees so you don't hyperextend. And then take a halfway lift with your body. Lengthen your spine. Breathe in. Bow and sigh as you breathe out. Twice more. Wave up. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Again, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. This time bring your hands right underneath your shoulders and then inhale, halfway lift your spine so that your shoulder heads and your hip joints are in one line. Take one more full breath in here. Draw your shoulders out of your ears, almost like you're reaching your chest forward. And then as you press your feet, exhale, bring your hands right to your hips. And then push your thigh bones away from you so that your spine, your waist gets even longer. And then again, dig into your feet. You might keep your hands here today. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, firm your belly and reach your arms out on either side of you like a T. This is an option. You could also reach your arms straight forward, but I'm gonna keep my arms reaching out like a T because if you're like me, I've got a little bit of a ice staying home and snacking body. So easing off means more right now. And then take one more inhale here and exhale. Then rise up, breathe in. Arms out like a T. As you exhale, turn out your left toes and bend your right knee for warrior two. Sorry, your left knee for warrior two. And then turn your right toes in, dig into the heel of your right back foot, the outer edge of your back foot, so you can bend more deeply into your front knee. And then bring your right arm all the way behind you. Take a half bind, sneak your hand into your left hip crease. And then as you press into your feet, keep your legs, inhale, exalted warrior. Push your left thigh away from you with your right hand. And stretch up through your whole left side body as you arc back. Take another full breath in here, and then press your front leg to straight as you exhale. And then dig into the heel of your front foot. Feel your thigh muscles grip your leg bones as you turn your chest more to the right. Keep hugging your left sitting bones back and in. Take another breath in here in your exalted half-bound triangle, and a breath out. And as you inhale, floating triangle, cut your hips backward as you reach your left arm forward. It's floating in the ether. And then wrap your right shoulder back so your whole chest is turning continuously to the right side of your mat. Squeeze your left bum back and in, reach forward. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, land your left hand on your shin specifically so that you can feel the strength of your left leg press back up into the palm of your left hand. And then once again, wrap your chest open. Your right arm is still binding behind you. Shoulders are drawing away from your ears. Take a full breath in and a breath out. On your next inhale, bend your front knee and bring your left hand to the earth outside your left foot blocker mat. Again, wrap your heart open so your rib cage is always turning towards the sky and your left glute muscle is hugging underneath you, your left thigh bone nice and long. Take one more breath in here, and as you press into the outer edge of your back foot, feel your whole right side body lengthening. Stay as you exhale. Release your right hand up to the sky, breathe in. Right hand down to the earth as you breathe out. Step back, plank pose, inhale. Lower to your belly as you exhale. Any size of cobra, low or high, breathe in. And then downward facing dog as you breathe out. And then right leg up behind you, right away, inhale. Knee to your nose, round your spine, exhale. Twice more, inhale, right leg up. Knee to nose. One more time, right leg up. Exhale, round your knee to your nose, step your right foot forward, and then inhale, turn to the left for a wide-legged forward fold, and then bow in as you breathe out. A few rounds of breath here. Building the flow on the other side. Maybe walk your hands out, reach forward as you lean backward and just hang heavy. This really is a practice of patience. Patience with the process. Patience with the breath. Patience with ourselves and learning how to reframe the way that we think. Then lengthen your spine, breathe in as you press your feet, and fold as you breathe out. Twice more, lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. And again. Walk your hands right underneath your shoulder heads and then halfway lift your torso. Take a full breath in. Make sure your spine is long, your chest is reaching forward. As you exhale, firm your belly and bring your hands right to your hips. Push your legs away from you to lengthen through your side waist. And keep your feet really anchored into the earth. You might stay like this, always an option as your belly moves towards your spine. Take a full breath in and reach your arms out like a T as another option, or maybe your arms reach straight forward. But choose what serves you in this moment right here. No other one, this one. And then take one more inhale here, legs strong, feet strong. Even your arms are strongly reaching. And then on your next inhale, rise up, breathe in. Turn your right toes out for warrior two, bend your front knee as you breathe out. And as you dig into the outer edge of your back foot again, this anchor point so you can bend deeper into your front knee, really scoop your right sitting bones back and underneath you, and then left arm binds behind you, sneak your left hand to your right hip crease. You can even just grab your clothes, no problem. Broaden through your collarbones, and then on your next inhale, exalted warrior. Sweep your right arm across your ear. And then if you can, put a little pressure, left hand pushing your right thigh bone away from you as you reach super long through your whole right side body. Take another inhale here, and then front leg comes to straight. As you exhale, and be here now. Tighten your thigh muscles. Feel them lift up your legs as you reach a little higher and a little more over your right ear with your right hand, your right arm. Take one more full breath in. From your belly, breathe out. As you inhale, floating triangle, move your hips back and reach your right arm in the ether straight forward. It's like you're reaching for something, or maybe you're giving something away. Wrap your heart open and really press down through your feet so your legs are strong. Maybe a little micro bend in your front knee. Take one more breath in here. And then land your right hand on your right shin as you exhale. And then the more that you press down through your feet, you feel your leg push up into your right hand. And then broaden through your collarbones again. Keep wrapping your chest open and take another inhale here. And an exhale. And then on your next breath in, bend into your front knee, land your right hand outside your right foot. So it's extended side angle with the half bind. As you squeeze your right bum, you feel your right knee track open and push into your right bicep. Wrap your left shoulder in the opposite direction so your chest is actually moving open to the sky. And then get strong through your back leg so you can bend deeper into your front knee. Take one more inhale here. One more exhale. Then release your left arm, reach it straight up, breathe in. And then left hand down to the ground as you exhale. Step your right foot back for plank pose, breathe in. Lower to your belly as you breathe out. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. And then left leg up, breathe in. Curl knee to nose. Twice more, left leg up. Knee to nose. Left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, and step your left foot forward. Breathe in and turn to the right, wide-legged fold. Breathe out and bow. Now, take a moment here. We're going to flow all of this together. If you get lost, it's not a judgment on your character. We use this practice to teach us to trust in the process. Take a halfway lift inhale. And another big sigh and bow as you exhale. Okay, here we go. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. Tee out your arms as you breathe out. Rise up, inhale. Turn your left toes out, warrior two, exhale. Bind your right arm behind you, exalted warrior, breathe in. Straighten your left leg, your front leg as you exhale. Floating triangle, cut your left hip, reach your left arm forward, inhale. Left hand to your left shin, exhale. Keep wrapping your chest open, bend your front knee, left hand to the earth, breathe in. Right hand down as you breathe out. Step back, plank pose, inhale. Lower to your belly as you breathe out. Chest up, back bend, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Right leg up, inhale. Knee to your nose, exhale. Right leg up, breathe in. Step your right foot forward as you breathe out. Now turn to the left, wide fold. Inhale and bow in as you exhale. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. Tee out your arms as you breathe out. Rise up, inhale. Right toes out, warrior two as you exhale. Left arm binds behind you, exalted warrior as you breathe in. Straighten your front leg as you breathe out. Floating triangle, cut your right hip, reach your right arm forward. And then exhale, right hand to your right shin. Right away, wrap your heart open. Bend your front knee, hand outside your foot. Inhale. Left hand down as you exhale. Step back, plank pose, breathe in. Lower to your belly, breathe out. Cobra, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Right away, left leg up, breathe in. Knee to your nose. Left leg up. Step your left foot forward. Now turn to the right on your breath in and bow in on your breath out. Lengthen your spine and tee out your arms. Rise up. Turn your left toes out, warrior two. Right arm half binds, exalted warrior with your left arm, and straighten your front leg. Floating triangle, reach your left arm forward, and then left hand to your shin. Wrap your chest open, bend your front knee, left hand outside your foot, and then right hand to the earth. Step your left foot back, lower to your belly. Cobra, down dog. Right leg up, knee to your nose. Right leg up. Step your right foot forward. Turn to the left, wide fold. Bow and sigh. Lengthen your spine and tee out your arms. Rise up. Right toes turn out, warrior two. Left arm behind you, half bind into an exalted warrior with your right arm. And then press your front leg to straight. Floating triangle, reach your right arm forward. Right hand to your right shin. Wrap your chest open, bend your front knee, breathe in. And then left hand down to the ground. Step back, plank. Lower, cobra, downward facing dog. Left leg up, breathe in. Draw your knee to your nose. Left leg up. And then just downward facing dog. Lower your left foot beside your right. Be here, couple breaths. I always find that part of the sequence, that last left leg up, so interesting because I'm adding it in there to bring balance to your body, and yet it doesn't feel very natural. It feels unnecessary, and I think it speaks volumes to the fact that sometimes what we want and what we actually need are two different things, and that Balance is not something refined, but yet rather something self-defined. So be here with you, for you. Bend your knees, inhale. Float to the top as you exhale. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Bring the backs of your hands on the earth and fold as you breathe out. Sort of like a drive-by wrist release. Now rise up, inhale, reach tall. Pull your hands through your heart and by your sides. Exhale, hold here in Tadasana just for a couple breaths. Maybe close your eyes and take this moment to notice yourself. Don't compare to a moment that's past or one you think that's coming. Just be here as you are. Couple breaths. Surya Namaskar A. Reach your arms up, breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Plant your hands and float your feet back. Chaturanga as you exhale. Up dog or cobra, you choose now. And then downward facing dog on your breath out. Take a couple rounds of breath here in your down dog. Just to acknowledge the work that you're doing from the inside out to honor each cycle. And we're going to do one more round together, and then you'll have time for a couple on your own. But first, we honor the value of connection. Bend your knees, inhale, look forward. Float to the top. Lengthen your spine. Backs of your hands on the earth and fold. Rise up, reach tall. Pull your hands through your heart, breathe out. Reach up and fold. Lengthen. Plant your hands and float back, low push up all the way to your belly, maybe halfway. Find your back bend on your breath in. Downward facing dog on your breath out. Again, take a couple rounds of breath here just to honor the cycle. But then as you're ready, you'll move a couple rounds on your own. It can be the same or different. It can be rest even. So answer the call of your own needs. Go ahead when you're ready. We'll meet in a forward fold at the top of your mat. There's no rush, that's just where we're headed. When you get to your forward fold at the top of your mat, take Padahastasana, hands under feet for a bit of a wrist release. So separate your feet about hip width apart and parallel, and slide your hands as far underneath your feet as you can so that your toes don't just come up to your wrist creases, but rather they crawl up the backs of your forearms. And then lean forward to add a little bit more pressure. Bend your knees as much as you need and just hang heavy here and
If the earth is too far away from you, you could bring the backs of your hands on a prop or even backs of your hands on your shin bones and add pressure there. And you just take a few breaths to settle and to notice that even in this act of rest, in this act of letting go, of making space, it can feel quite heavy, quite irritable and emotional. And so we acknowledge that these things, they take time. That sometimes the good is awkward and uncomfortable too. Slide your hands out from underneath your feet. Take a halfway lift with your spine. Breathe in. And fold and flutter your lips. And then slowly walk your feet back to downward facing dog. And then we're going to take Visvamitra side plank. You can modify as much as you need. You can add on as much as you want. Okay, so just saying that right now, and you just use that full permission, okay? Now look at your right hand, walk it a little more center and just ahead of your left hand. Then bring your feet together at the back of your mat and come up onto the balls of your feet and shimmy your heels to the right as you land more on your right hand. You're going to get a little lighter onto your left fingertips. You're on the outer edge of your right foot. Your left foot is stacked on top. Now maybe you float your left arm up and across your ear. Maybe you step your left foot inside of your, in front of your left, in front of your hip, halfway up your mat as a little extra support. Wherever you are, really lift your hips and get really long through your whole left side body. Flex your feet, press your right hand down, and then roll your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Take one more breath in here. And then lower your left hand down as you exhale, downward facing dog. If you want a little half vinyasa, now's a good time. If you just want to breathe in down dog, now's a good time. And then wherever you are, we'll meet back in downward facing dog, and you'll walk your left hand now a little more center of your mat, just ahead of your right hand. Feet together at the back of your mat. Lift your heels and shimmy them over to the left. Come into the outer edge of your left foot. Your right foot stacks on top, and then lighten the load of your right hand and reach it up and across your ear. Modify, add on as much as you like. You could even bring the sole of your foot, your right foot to the inseam of your left leg. And then stretch, lift your hips and reach all the way through your right side body. Take one more breath in here as you open a little more through the front of your chest. As you exhale, lower your right hand down, downward facing dog. Again, option for a little vinyasa, or if you're not taking them, you could still take a bit of cat and cow as an alternative. Then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Stay with me, a wrist release is coming soon. Lift your right leg up, breathe in. Bend your right knee, and as you bring your heel to your bum, stack your right hip right on top of your left hip. Let your right foot become almost heavy like a weight to drag your right leg more open. Press into both of your hands. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, right knee to left arm, cross it underneath you. Again, inhale, right leg up and open. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your right foot all the way through and lower your back knee down. Now walk your left knee, your back knee further back behind you. Let your belly rest right on your front thigh. Bend into your front knee as much as you need, and then bring the backs of your hands onto the earth. You could even bring the backs of your hands onto your shins or on props, but get really heavy here. So as you lunge deeply into your front leg, it leaves you more room to sort of collapse, to sag forward and downward, and you should feel a bit of a stretch and pull in the front of your left hip. Good, and then release your hands. If you're taking the wrist release, you might shake them out and then plant your fingertips on the earth. And then again, keep the deep bend into your front knee and just roll your shoulder heads back and down. Lift your chest, lift your chin, breathe in. And then sweep your hips back, half splits as you breathe out, Ardha Hanuman. And then shift all the way forward again, deep low lunge, chest up, breathe in. Exhale, sweep your hips back, Ardha Hanuman. Inhale, shift all the way forward and lift your back knee. As you exhale, sweep your right arm to the sky, simple open twist. Now, power up your back leg so much so that your left hip lifts in line with your right hip. Bend deeper into your front leg and then twist your whole chest open. Right arm moves up even closer to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Stand in your feet, rise up high, crescent lunge, both arms up. Exhale, interlace your fingers, put your right thumb on top, release your index fingers to the sky. Now on your next inhale, stand and straighten both of your legs, point straight up, reach straight up. Exhale, bend both of your knees. Sort of like a lunge flow, straighten both of your legs, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend both knees. One more time, lengthen. And exhale, bend. Now hold the bend and just reach up through your side body. Pull your right hip back and in as your left hip moves a little more forward, and then lengthen your tailbone down. Your pelvis is going to tip upward, and then I want you to counter that by reaching up higher through your arm bones and starting to arc back just from your upper chest, your upper spine. Take one more breath in. Arc back a little more, bend deeper as you breathe out. Inhale back through center, release your hand mudra, and as you exhale, warrior two, spin your back heel down, reach your arms out. Right away, reach forward with your right arm, and as you exhale, bring your right hand to the earth. Left hand can reach straight up or left hand at your hip. Half moon balance, step into your right leg as your left leg lifts off the earth. Your right hand will walk with you, and then stack your hips open. Flex through your lifted left foot. And as you wrap your chest, your left knee, your whole left side body open, maybe your left arm can reach across your ear. Then your one long line, limbs included. Take another full breath in here. And then as you exhale, step your left foot all the way back. Bring your left hand to the earth. And then lower your back knee down. Walk your right foot to the right for lizard lunge pose. And then flip up onto the outer edge of your right foot, flex your right toes, and then squeeze your right hip back and in. As your pelvis gets a little heavier to the ground, lower onto the earth, maybe palms or forearms. Choose your shape here, your depth, and then just a couple breaths to settle. If you're on your forearms, rise back up onto the palms of your hands. Re-flatten your right foot and it should point straight forward now. Bend into your elbows just enough. You're going to shift your hips a little backward to make room for your right arm to come underneath of your right leg. So now your thumb and your baby toe are neighbors again. Flatten your right palm. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and this might be just where you stay and what you work. Otherwise, press both of your hands, squeeze your leg around your arm enough so that as you push your arms to straight, your right foot can maybe hover off the earth. You don't need to do anything else here. You could add on if you like, but wherever you are, shoulders move out and away from your ears, lengthen your neck, look forward, breathe in. Exhale, lower your right foot down, unweave your arm out from underneath and all the way back around so that once again your right thumb and your baby toe are side by side, and then step back, downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa or leave it, maybe a cat and cow, you choose. In your down dog, lift your left leg up, breathe in. Bend your left knee, heel to bum as you stack your left hip way open. Press into your hands like you're pushing your mat away from you, and get a little higher from the lift of your left knee. Breathe in. Exhale, left knee, right arm, cross it under. Inhale, up and open. Left knee, left arm. Last time, inhale, up and open. Exhale, knee to no, step your left foot all the way through, lower your back knee down. You're in this deep lunge pose again. Maybe you'll add a wrist release. Bring your palms onto the earth, but turn your hands around so your fingers point backward. Shimmy your right knee further back behind you so that you already feel a bit of that stretch in the front of your right hip, and then bend as deep as you like into your front knee. And then let everything go. Let your belly truly rest. Even the parts that you're trying to hide, don't worry about them. Just soften here, bow in. Good, and then if you're taking the wrist release, release your hands, maybe give them a little shake out. Stay in your deep lunge. Just traction the earth with your fingertips to broaden through the front of your chest. Lift your chin, breathe in. Ardha Hanuman, sweep your hips back as you breathe out. Again, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, sweep backward. And then on your next inhale, shift all the way forward and pick up your back knee. As you exhale, sweep your left arm, simple open twist to the sky. Now power up your back leg so your two hips are in one line. And then bend into your front knee more. Reach your left arm even higher. Wrap your whole chest open. Breathe in. Lower your left hand down as you exhale. High crescent lunge. Stand in your feet. Rise up. Breathe in. Interlace your fingers as you exhale. Put your left thumb on top and index fingers to the sky. Kali Mudra. Draw from your own insides as you inhale. Legs to straight. Reach straight up. Exhale. Bend both knees. Twice more. Now hold in your bent knee lunge and lengthen your tailbone underneath you. Your pelvis will start to tilt upward. Hug your left hip back and in. Your right hip moves a little more forward, and then reach straight up. Start to arc back. Turn this into a little bit of a back bend. Take one more inhale here. Arc back as you exhale. Back through center, breathe in, release your hands, warrior two. As you breathe out, spin your back heel down. Now reach all the way forward with your left hand, and then land your left hand outside your left foot. Right hand to your hip or right arm to the sky, you choose. Half moon balance, come to stand on your left leg. Lift your right leg up off the earth. Then stack your hips, turn your whole body open to the right, your right knee, your right toes even. And then you can explore from here, but maybe your right hand can reach across your right ear Keep wrapping open and lengthening. Get as long as you can be. Breathe in. And then tap your right foot back down to the earth. Your right hand lands as well. Lower your back knee down. Lizard pose. Walk your left foot out to the left, hands on the inside, and flip up onto the outer edge of your left foot. Flex your toes. As you hug your left hip back and in, soften, lower through the front of your body, any amount. We'll take a few breaths here. And often, when we are in an uncomfortable place, our mind can really wander on us. How can we fix this? How can we make it better? Sometimes we don't have the answers right now. So this gentle reminder that you can't get it wrong if you just stay present. There's more to be revealed always, but be here now. Slowly rise up onto the palms of your hands if you were lowered to your forearms, and then reflatten your left foot down, point your toes straight forward. And then bend into your elbows as you shimmy your hips back. Weave your left arm underneath your left leg until your hand and your foot again are side by side. And then tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. And this might be where you stay, and that's cool. Okay, otherwise, squeeze your leg around your arm and press your hands. Maybe you hover your left foot up off the ground. Wherever you are, shoulders out of your ears, chest forward, look forward, breathe in. And then lower your left foot down as you exhale. Unweave your left arm all the way back around again. Step back, downward facing dog. If you want a little vinyasa, take it now. Maybe cat and cow. And then lower onto your knees. We'll take a little bit of a wrist release before we move into the peak. But I think our hands need just a moment, because if mine are feeling it, yours might be too. So bring the backs of your hands onto the ground. Bend your elbows a bit. Let your head be heavy here and just rest. So you keep taking your wrist release, keep working on your hands. I'm just going to talk a little bit and let you know what we're up to today. So we're moving into Visvamitrasana. There's no English translation because it's actually a name. It's a lord, the same way Warrior 2 is Virabhadrasana. So this pose builds to a bind and a side plank arm balance, but there's lots of steps along the way. So I'll talk you through them, walk you through them, and then you just explore your depth today. Okay, so downward facing dog. If you're coming with me, you'll lift your right leg up behind you and then just step your right foot all the way through. So you can move from Warrior 2 legs. Spinning your back heel down is absolutely an option. Just based on where my body is at today and where we're going, I'm going to teach to the half variation. But other than lowering your back knee down, if you're taking half with me, lower your back knee down and then just sweep your left foot out to the right. You're in like a baby side angle pose. From here, everything else is the same, whether you're in full Warrior 2 legs or you're in the baby side angle legs, okay? So wherever you're moving from, bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot, bow in and sweep, weave your right arm underneath your right leg. You were just here, so right thumb and baby toe are side by side, okay? This might be where you stay and you work pressing your right arm to straight underneath your right leg, squeezing your right bum back and in so your thigh bone stays long, and then just reaching your left arm up
So your pelvis moves forward and your head and your heart lean backward. And you can, from here, take this into a half bind, a full bind, especially if you find that your heart caves forward. Work with this, some variation of this. Again, you can be in these baby side angle legs, or you could have full warrior two legs. Okay, so those are the options along the way. Otherwise, unravel your bind. Your right hand is still outside your right foot, arm weaved underneath your right leg, and then you're gonna lean back, actually. You're gonna lean back so that as you press into your right hand, you can actually hover your right foot, right leg up off the earth. And then either wrap a strap around your right foot and grab onto the strap, or use your left hand to grab the outer edge of your right foot. Now lean forward again as you straighten your right leg, and you're gonna wrap your chest open and pull your head through your arm and your leg, that little window between the two. And then squeeze your right sitting bones, your right bum back and in. As your pelvis moves forward, wrap your chest open, lean your head and your heart back, and press into your right hand wherever you are. Breathe in and breathe out. If you want to keep playing, you keep playing. Otherwise, slowly unravel. The same way you came in, you come out. And again, you can move through a vinyasa. At this point in class, I like to just wash it out with a little bit of cat and cow. You do you, though. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog again for the second side. So left leg up behind you, and then just step your left foot all the way forward. Again, option to spin your back heel down and build from warrior two legs, or lower your back knee down. If you're coming with me, this is where I'm going to build from, and you'll sweep your right foot out to the left. Everything from this point forward is the same. So walk your left hand in front of your left foot, and then bow in so you can weave your left arm underneath of your left leg, and then once again your thumb and baby toe are aligned. And then wherever you're at, just explore from here first, right? Because the process is more important than the end point. As you squeeze your left bum back and in, press into your left hand and just wrap your whole heart open, reach your right arm to the sky and explore. As you draw your shoulder blades down and into your spine, maybe you take a half bind or a full bind. And your pelvis will move forward and your head and your heart will move backward, and both sides of your body are different. So just notice if this is your easier side or your harder side. If you're exploring Visvamitrasana half or full, you're gonna lean back, okay? So let go of your bind, lean back, and then press into your left hand so that your left foot hovers off the earth, and either wrap a strap and grab the strap or reach your right hand for the outside of your left foot. Lean forward again as you straighten your left leg and your right arm, and then sneak your head through that little window. And your left hand is pressing down and your arm is pressing your left leg back. As you again squeeze your left hip back and in, wrap your chest open, take a full breath in, and straighten through both of your limbs as you exhale. Stay in play if you like, or simply unravel and come out the way you came in. Maybe take a final little vinyasa, or simply just a cat and cow. And then wherever you are, lower onto your knees. If you need to massage your hands a little bit and your wrists, please do so. It's always nice to just give them a moment of your time. And then sweep your legs out from underneath you. And you're actually going to come all the way onto your back. And we'll set up for bridge pose. You could also take wheel if you've still got some life left in your wrists. Then please feel free to take wheel. I'm going to speak to bridge pose though, Setu Bandha, just because I find it's really nice and stabilizing for the hips in addition to opening your chest, your heart.
Have your feet hip width apart and parallel with your arms reaching down alongside your body. Press your feet, press your hands, and then lengthen your tailbone towards the backs of your knees. So your spine is long. There's literally almost no curvature in it. And then start to hug your outer hips in and lift your hips up off the earth. Belly up, chest up. Maybe you roll your shoulders underneath you. And if your shoulder blades can squeeze tightly and your hands can come to touch, then interlace your hands. Pull your knuckles to the backs of your heels. Press your arms into the earth and lift chin away from your chest, body to the sky. Take a few breaths here. See if you can flatten out your hip creases. One more deep breath in. Hug your outer hips and lift, lift, lift. Slowly release your hands. Take your shoulders out from underneath you and then lower one vertebrae at a time as you segment your spine all the way down to neutral, and then just hold here, be still. And then since we're already on our backs, thread the needle, but if you'd like a different hip opener, you can. Otherwise, cross your right ankle on top of your left knee and then just draw your legs towards your chest. Find the interlacing of your hands and breathe here a couple breaths. Take one more breath in your hip opener. And pull a little closer, stay for your breath out. And then simply just release your hands, and as you tap your left foot down, cross your right thigh all the way over. So your two thighs are really squeezing tight together, and then shimmy your hips to the right and twist. Knees land to the left. You can adjust this as you need, but then just settle here for a few rounds of breath. Take one more breath here. And then you'll come back through center, unravel your legs, and bring both knees into your chest and really give yourself a little squeeze. Arms around your shins and just rock it out from side to side. Then we'll start the other side. So thread the needle, your right foot taps down, cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh. And then again, choose your depth as your legs move towards you and you find the interlacing of your hands, and then just settle again. Take one more full breath in here. And stay for your breath out. And then slowly release your hands, tap your right foot on the earth and slide your left thigh all the way over. And then as you shimmy your hips to the left, turn this into a supine twist as your knees land to the right. Do what you need to make this accessible. And then settle here. Take one more breath here. And then slowly come back through center. Unravel your legs and take happy baby. Grab the outsides of your feet and then gently weight your legs down towards the earth on either side of your body as you sort of roll back and forth, side to side, just to massage out your low spine. If there's some other final pose in addition to this one or instead of this one, you can take that too. Maybe headstand or legs up the wall. Ultimately, after you've taken a few breaths, you'll move your way into your final resting shape of Shavasana. I'm gonna come into a seated meditation, actually, because I want to read to you. But you just choose anything that offers you rest. And then once you're settled, take a final deep conscious breath in and breath out. Shavasana. Clear your mind. You don't need to organize the clutter. Put it aside, put it down, and now listen.
Quiet the voices of self-defeat, the whisperings of self-doubt, and just listen. Listen for the calm, for the acceptance of who you are, for the wisdom of your history and the history of your histories can offer. Now, are you listening? And can you feel? You don't need to know all the answers. The questions are more important, more revealing. What are you asking yourself? What are you offering yourself, offering others? Is it love? Can it be love? Because reciprocity is a shared experience, and it only requires an opening. If you would like to stay laying on your back, or in whatever shape you've chosen, then please do so. If you'd like to join me in a tall seat, then slowly reopen to your breath. Invite movement back into your body and mindfully make your way up into a tall seat. Take any shapes you need to build you there. When you arrive, just settle again, close your eyes and bring your hands to any place that means something to you. Take a final deep, full breath in. And a big sigh. In honor of you, need I say more? In honor of you. One sound of Om. Join or listen. Breathe in. I love you. Namaste.